Anubhuti. As you know, we are doing Aparoksh Anubhuti by Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya. And today's shlokas are shlokas because there are two, 108 and 109. So you can chant along with me. Vacho yasman nivartante tadvaktum kena shakyate prapancho yadi vaktavyaha sopi shabda vivarjitaha iti vatad bhaven maunam satam sahaja sangitam giram maunam tu balanam prayuktam brahmavadibihi. Translation: who can describe that self from which words return? If the phenomenal world of plurality were to be described, that too is beyond words. This is another definition of Mauna, silence, which is natural to all men of wisdom. The gross silence, by restraining speech, is prescribed for the ignorant by the teachers of Brahma. All right. So last time we did Shlok 107. In that, the fourth sadhana of a nididhyasak was given, which is Maunam. And the first meaning of Maunam in that shloka was to be constantly established in the nishtha of Aham Brahmasmi. Then Bhagwan said there is going to be another meaning of Maunam, which is what we are going to do today, 108 and 109. So the second meaning of Maunam is the calmness that comes to the mind when the urge to speak stops. The calmness that comes to the mind when the urge to speak stops. What does it mean? Now, when a person has gone through Shravan and Manan, you know that there are 3 steps in Gyan Yoga: Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan. We are doing Nididhyasan right now, which means that the person has already gone through Shravan and Manan. When a person has gone through these steps, he will have easily understood by now that there are only 2 tattvas that can be experienced by anyone. Meaning, one tattva is Brahma or Atma, and the other tattva is Jagat or Anatma, that which is not Atma. All right, there are only 2, Brahma and Atma, or Jagat and Anatma. There is no third tattva that can be understood, learned, explained, experienced. Now, when this person has understood this beautiful concept that everything is either Atma or not Atma, Anatma. Everything is either Brahma or Jagat. Brahma is Sat. Jagat is Mithya. Atma is Sat, truth, that which you need to pursue. Anatma, Mithya. You don't need to go down that road. When that person realizes this, it's a great discovery for that person. And he wants to share it with everyone, whoever he can find, his children, his parents, his friends, his colleagues. He wants to share this knowledge because knowledge is something that one wants to always share with others. And he shares. But everyone is not ready to understand this. Everyone has not gone through Shravan and Manan. And so soon enough, he will find it is not that easy to explain Brahma to someone who is not ready. He understands soon enough that you cannot make someone understand something. Understanding happens from within. You cannot make someone self-realized. You cannot make someone know Brahma. And therefore, he realizes that Brahma is not a tattva that can be described Brahma is not a tattva that can be explained. And so he decides very calmly that this is not something that I need to speak about to Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? So he keeps quiet. He remains Maunam in this aspect. But then what about Jagat, second tattva? What about Jagat? What about everything that we can see, that is tangible, that has proof, that can be experienced with our five senses? Surely I can explain about that. And yes, you can, but only up to a point. When you keep on going into deeper and deeper parts or aspects of Jagat, there also you will come to a point where there is nothing more that can be explained. How do you explain who made the world and why did this person make the world? You're talking about the world. Why was it made? Where in the world did I exist before I was born? What is the proof? Where will I go after I die? All this is about Jagat. All this is about Prapanch. I can't explain. Oh, so I can't explain about Brahma also. I can't explain about Jagat also. After a point, words fail. Words are not able to explain or make anyone realize what these tattvas are. And when that realization comes to the Nididhyasak, he goes into what is called Maunam, meaning a calmness where he does not feel the urge to continuously try to explain, describe, make people understand what they are not yet ready to understand. All right? So there's no point in speaking. The Nididhyasak, at least in these matters, decides to keep silent. And that is the Maunam of the Nididhyasak explained over here. The calmness in that effortless silence. It is not a silence of frustration. Oh God, I can't explain this. It's not a silence of, irritation. It's a calmness. It's an effortless silence of having the understanding, but not feeling the urge to have to give it to someone who's not yet ready. There is one story that Swamiji, my Guruji, has told us many times, but let me tell it to you once. So there was one Nididhyasak who understood this concept of Brahma, and that it was not easy to explain it to anyone. It's not easy to make someone understand it. It's not easy to make someone self-realized. So he used to just keep silent, but he had all the gyan. He was very jnani. And people would keep asking him, take a lecture, take a pravachan, take classes, take courses, explain. This knowledge needs to be shared. He just always used to refuse. Finally, one day, out of sheer, exhaustion of refusing, he said, okay, I will come and I will talk to your audience, whoever it is. So he arrived at the hall and he asked one question to the audience. Do you know what Brahma is? So they all said, no, we don't know what Brahma is. He said, then there is no point in me talking about Brahma if you don't know what Brahma is. And he walked away. Everyone was stunned. The organizers were stunned. They didn't know what to do. They went back to him after a couple of days and they asked him, please, our audience is silly. They didn't know what to say. Please come back one more time. Again he went. Again the audience was there. Same audience came again. He asked, how many of you know what Brahma is? This time the audience had been prepared, prompted by the organizers. Everyone said, yes, we all know what Brahma is. So the speaker said, if you already know what Brahma is, there is no point in my telling you what Brahma is. And again, he walked off. This was too much for the audience and too much for the organizers also. Again, they went, please, please, they are really eager to hear you, and you must come at least one more time. Okay, one more time. The speaker, the Nididhyasak, went to the audience. Same audience. The organizers had arranged them very correctly, had prompted them correctly, had told them correctly what to say. Certain people were put on the left, certain people were put on the right. And the speaker said, how many of you know? Do you know what Brahma is? All the people on this side said, no. All the people on this side said, yes. So there was a both yes and no. So he can't run away if it's no, and he can't run away if it's yes. But the speaker said, good. All those who know Brahma can explain to all those who don't know Brahma. And he walked out. The point of the story is simply, you cannot just randomly explain Brahma to a random audience. The Nididhyasak is very satisfied to be in an effortless silence, in a calmness where he knows he cannot make people understand anything. They have to realize it from within. So if this is so, people would wonder, what is the point of having pravachans? What is the point of having a guru? What is the point of having the shishya? What is the point of a satsang? Maybe you should not have anything at all. Just let people realize by themselves. Should we not teach? So, what is the job? What is the purpose of a guru? The purpose of a guru is to explain and give teachings to the shishyas for their purification. Lead the shishyas for their purification process. How can you remove the mal? How can you remove the vikshep which is preventing you from knowing? That's the job of the guru. What else? After the purification is done, it is the job of the guru to make them master the 4 qualifications: Vivek, Vairagya, Shat Sampatti, and Mumukshatva. Guide them, help them, give them the techniques, give them the sadhanas, so that they reach that stage where they can understand when it is spoken. A guru, a true guru, cannot just randomly throw this knowledge to an anonymous audience where he doesn't know whether the people have been purified, have done the work on themselves, are qualified or not qualified. If you'll remember, when we studied the Bhagavad Gita in Adhyaya 18, it was the Shloka number 67, Bhagavan has clearly said who one should not give this knowledge to. And therefore, it is the responsibility of the guru to give the knowledge to the right people, right? So, secondly, the guru cannot be giving this knowledge for money, cannot be selling this knowledge for money, because then it becomes a business, not a guiding of the teacher to the shishya. Another thing is that the guru should not give this knowledge out of the ahankar of having the knowledge, out of showing off that they have this knowledge. So the guru also has to be adhikari to give this knowledge, and the shishya also has to be adhikari to receive the knowledge. So the guru's adhikari, we just said, the shishya's adhikari is what? Purification process. Mastery of the 4 qualifications. Then after that, patience. Patience to sit at the feet of the guru, in the sanidhya of the guru, and allow the knowledge to flow from the guru towards the shishya. A short example is given in Vedanta. It says that on the night of Swati Nakshatra, the oysters come out of the sea and they sit on the beach with their mouths open in the hope that one raindrop will fall into their shell. And it says if they are lucky, if they are ready, if they are prepared, and that one raindrop falls into their shell, they close it and go back into the sea and wait for that one raindrop to become a pearl. And that is how we get pearls in oysters. It's a beautiful story, but it tells us what a Nidhi Dhyasak has to wait for, has to wait to share this knowledge with the one who is ready to receive in patience. Till then, the shlok says, the sadhak cannot be practicing this because Nidhi Dhyasak is an advanced sadhak. This is an advanced sadhana. Till you are ready for this, you can still practice Maunam, Balanam. If those who are in the infant stage of the process, you can keep Maunam for a particular day in the week. You can keep Maunam for particular occasions and then make yourself ready for receiving the Gyan after becoming Adhikari. So this is the sadhana of Mauna for a Nidhi Dhyasak, not for everyone who has not yet reached that stage of purification. More sadhanas of the Nidhi Dhyasak next Thursday, okay? In the meantime, practice clearing yourself of mal and vikshepa. Once again, happy Vasant Panchami, happy Republic Day, and tomorrow is Bhakti, so we will see you for Bhakti. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Chitarpanam. Jai Gurudev. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you Bhavesh for chanting. Thank you Zoom team. God bless you all. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. God bless.
Pranam, thank you,
Pranam.
thank you, Bhavesh.
Thank you, Bhavesh. Good night, all.
Thank you, Bhavesh.
God bless.
Pranam. Thank you,
God,
Bhavesh.
God bless everyone.